Okay, sanibonani, sanibonani. Mageba lo. I hope ni right, nisaphila. Sizoqhubeka. We'll continue with our Euclidean geometry for grade 11. Now we'll be doing theorem number 5. Theorem number 5, where we prove that two opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180 or they're supplementary. Then you need to know how to prove this theorem. Is examinable. It can be asked, or would you prove this theorem in the test or in an exam? So you need to know how to prove this theorem. So first, when you need to prove this theorem, the first thing we give in way to is that A, B, C, D is what? The cyclic quad. That is what is given to us, and O here is a center. That is what is given. We do know that O is a center. Now, what is required us to prove? We are required to prove that D plus B basinikeza bani 108. This plus this basinikeza 108. Or you can prove that this plus this A plus C, they give you 108. It's gonna depend on you which one are you going to use, but in this case we are going to prove that D and E as niggas 108. If we are proving these two, then our construction is gonna be on joining AO and CO. That is gonna be our construction if we're proving this. If you were proving this, you're gonna be joining BO and DO. Make sure you know the difference. And from them, I'm gonna name my O here. It's gonna be O1 and it's gonna be O2. Now I hope you see now the theorems that we already come to, like theorem 2. Which one? This one and this one. Twice the angle at the circumference. I hope you remember that theorem. At in the we joined ubani AO and we joined ubani OC. Now let's prove. Now we know that O1, this one, yalingana nale mawiphinda kawu2. This one angle we repeat it twice this one. So O1 yalingana no2 DY angle at center is equal to 2 times angle at circumference again. O2 here, O2 here, O2 is equal to twice ubani OB angle at the center is equal to 2 times an angle at the circumference. I hope you see it. O1 is equal to twice ubani D. O2 is equal to twice ubani OB. Then therefore, if I can add O1 bazonginikeza bani this one. If I add O1 plus O2, it's just gonna give you 2 D plus U2B. But now O1 and O2, they're gonna be equal to 360. Why? The angle around what? The point, the revolution. O1 plus O2 balingana nobani 360. Why? Angle around point, a revolution. Then from there, where there is O1, I can just put these two, just 2D plus 2B is equal to 360. Our common factor here, which is 2, then D plus B equal to 360. Then from there, we divide by 2. Our answer is just D plus B is equal to 180. You need to know how to prove this theorem. You need to know how to prove this theorem. Now, coming to the converse of it. The converse of it is just proving that this one, when you add them, they have to give you 180. If usuprovile lokho, therefore A, B, C, D, it was a cyclic quad. This is one of the ways where we have to prove a cyclic quad. With theorem 4, simshilo nakhona, the other way of proving what is cyclic quad, where you're proving the angles at the same segment. This one where it's saying if the opposite angles of the quadrilateral are supplementary, then the quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral. These two you prove a local, these two angles, they have to give you what? 180. If it's like that, therefore this quadrilateral is a cyclic quad. I hope you get that one. I hope you do. Thank you so much. Okay guys, now we will do some example applying what we just have learned now about our theorem 5. Cyclic quad, that basically with EHFG, it's a cyclic quad. Cyclic quad where our quadrilateral, all these points, they touch what? The circumference. That's what a cyclic quad is. All these points here must touch what? The circumference. So now if all these points touch the circumference, then this thing is what? It's a cyclic quad. Now what is a cyclic quad saying? It's saying two opposite angles. These two opposite angles, they add up to 180. These two opposite angles, they add up to 180. So now, in order for us to find ubani y, we can say 105 plus y, they give us what? 180. Y opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180. And then calculating this is just y into 180 minus 105. 80 minus 105 is just y is equal to 75. Do the other one where 83 plus x is what? It's 180. Two opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180 opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180. X is equal to 180, 83 to the other side, minus 83. X is equal to 180 minus 83, and it's 97. Then this is our answer. I hope you understand it, guys. Going to this one where they gave us that AB DC is a cyclic quad. Now we know this is a cyclic quad, so cyclic quad is saying two opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180, two opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180. And another thing that we have here, we have a triangle here. We must consider that also, and another triangle that is there in the other side. So if you want to find X here, because now if we can say this one and this one add up to 180, yes, they do add up to 180, but now we have two unknowns, so we can't solve two unknowns in that form. So we must first calculate this one with this triangle, because we do have this one, we have also do have this one, just have one known. Angles at a triangle add up to 180, so we can just say 82 plus 40 plus y is equal to 180, sum of a triangle. 82 plus 40 is 122 plus y is equal to 180, then 180 minus 122, just 180 minus 122, just 58. And from there, now we can say this, because this whole one and this whole one, they add up to 180. Now we can say 40 plus 62 plus y, which is 58, plus bani z bonke labo balingana bani 180. Y erezithini, erezini its opposite angles of a cyclic quad, they add up to 180. Now we can just add 40 plus 62 plus 58, which is 160, is equal to, which is plus z is equal to 180, then is equal to z 180 minus 160, which is just 20. Then also finding this one, we can use this and this sum of a triangle, because we do have this one, or we can just say this plus this is equal to 180, two opposite angles of a cyclic quad, depending which one are you going to use. Both of them, they are still fine. So 82 plus x equal to 180 opposite angles of cyclic quad add up to 180, and then x is equal to 180 minus 82, and x is equal to 98. I hope you understand it. I hope you do understand it. two opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180. But if you also do have some triangles there, make sure you use the sum of a triangle if you do see that the two opposite angles first in number 2 unknown. Try to find another unknown using this one the way we did it here if it's possible. Thank you so much. Okay guys, coming to this one now, example where they say A, B, C, D is a cyclic quad, and then now we have something new where it's not new, but now they're saying this side is equal to this side. We know that if it's a cyclic quad, this plus this is equal to 180, and also whole this plus this is equal to 180. But the question is saying let's find x. Then how are we going to find x? That's the first part of the question. So if you can find this, and we know that this and this is equal, since this side and this side it's equal because this is an isosceles triangle, then let's do that. Angle A umhlanganisa no angle C is equal to 180. Y opposite angles of cyclic quad add up to 180. What is angle A? It's 84 plus C is equal to 180, and C is 96. Then from here and here we're given that DC uyalingana no BC. This is given. Since this is given, now we know that C D B, this angle here, is equal to ubani C B D, this angle here. Y angles opposite equal sides, which is an isosceles triangle. If this is equal to this, these angles are equal, angles opposite equal sides. Now we know that this is x and O. Okay, both of them are just going to be equal to x. From if this is x, we know this is 96. We can use sum of a triangle here to calculate our unknown, which is x. So we can just say C D B plus C B D plus ubani C wethu is equal to 180, the sum of a triangle, which is just x plus ubani C, which is 96, is equal to 180. This is just going to be 2x. 180 minus 96, 180 minus 96, which is 84. 2x divided by 2x divided by 2x, x is equal to 42. I hope you see what happened here. Two opposite angles add up to 180. We find this one. After that, this is equal to this. So if loyalingana law isosceles triangle, this side is equal to this side. We use sum of a triangles. This more etalona law is just gonna give you 2x and then plus this, which is equal to 180. Solve for x, get our unknown x. Coming to this one now, where O is a center. If O is a center, we must have radius there. Then ABC is a cyclic quad. We know cyclic quad, two opposite angles add up to 180. This and this must give us 180. And then the whole this of A and this C must give us 180 when we add them. Now, they are saying O is a center. If O is a center, somewhere, somehow, we must have a radius. So AO is a radius, OD is a radius. But these two radius, they pass what? Our center, which is forming what? A diameter. If it's forming a diameter, somewhere, somehow, we must see, do we have a semicircle? Angles in a semicircle. Let's see, do we have this angle here? Yes, we do. Where we're saying this angle Y here is equal to 90. Y angles at the semicircle. Now we just find our Y is equal to 90. Y angles at semicircle. Easy, just like that. If now we know that this is a triangle, we know 50, we know our Y now it's 90. Now we can find our Z by using sum of the triangle. 50 plus 90 way 2 plus Z is just equal to 180. Sum of a triangle. 50 plus 90, 140. So 180 minus 140. Z is just 180 minus 140, which is just 40. This is our Z. I hope you see it, I hope you understand it. Then from there, opposite angles of a cyclic quad, they add up to 180. Now we can say now 50 plus x is equal to 180. You see, guys, you need to, there are many things that are equal to 180. So you need to be specific. Which one are you talking about that is equal to 180? Because straight line also is equal to 180. Some of the angles in the triangle, they add up to 180. Co-interior angles also, they add up to 180. So that's why it's important to say a reason of what is equal to 180 degrees. So in this one, it's opposite angles of cyclic quad, they add up to 180, and x is equal to 180 minus 50, and 180 minus 50 is just 180. I hope you understand it, guys. I hope you do. Thank you so much.